Hello everybody and welcome to another X Bikes video, and today guys we're going to be testing the new OEM previews that were just released yesterday for the time you guys are watching this and today for me. But yeah, I'm on the OEM team and so I have access to testing these bikes as they're in development, but I really haven't been testing too much. There's a couple reasons why. One, I haven't really had much time. When I get on this game I'm either trying to record videos or do a race or something like that, but I also just kind of want to have a fresh opinion. I feel like these bikes kind of feel a lot better once you put time into them. When you first get on them though, they feel kind of weird, but I kind of still want to have that experience that you guys will have where I get on them for the first time and they feel different, weird, different, good, bad, whatever it is. I want to have that same experience, so hopefully right now I can try to convey that to you guys. If you guys haven't become an OEM supporter, that's how you get these bikes, and all they are is just a test. You're just kind of testing the bikes as they're in development, and you can give your feedback in their Discord as well. So yeah, go to the OEM supporter website and you guys can become a supporter and get these bikes completely for free. You also get model swaps as well. I shouldn't say for free. You have to pay about $5 to become a supporter, but yeah, you get tons of model swaps. You see people with handguards. That is why. It's because they're OEM supporters. But anyways, we're just gonna be testing this out right now, see how they feel. We're gonna send that a little bit. Ooh, now I am riding this bike completely stock. Okay, so basically zero setup changes other than gas. I lowered gas down to 4.2 liters, just because that's kind of what I normally run. Other than that though, nothing has been changed. No different tires or anything like that. We're just gonna see how they feel. Give it a go. Give it an opinion. And so far they feel very, very good. A little bit different as far as the center of gravity, or just the gravity aspect of it. I think they feel a bit more planted for sure. But a lot of people have talked about the front end. That's been a huge topic of discussion when the official new update came out. And a lot of people are talking about how there's a little bit too much grip in the back tire, especially with the mediums. Now I'm running mid-soft, so I can't test that yet, but I'm pretty sure they will be changing the grip on the mid-softs and reworking those tires as well. But so far I haven't really given it too good of a test to see if the back tire slips at all. Not much slip there. Ooh, a little bit of slip there. We're gonna keep testing her. We're gonna do Supercross as well, and then we're gonna hop on the 450. Because I do think they'll probably feel a bit different. They just have the KTM 250 and 450 in this update, so. Oh geez. No setup's kind of weird because I've been riding the KTM with setup on. So it's hard to tell what the difference is between just the newer bikes or the setup change. I mean, the bike feels great so far. With basically zero testing on this bike, I'm coming on here and riding them completely fine. So they're not like significantly different, but what I'm feeling is they're a lot more planted. And I thought the bikes we had already were fairly planted, but at least with the stock setup, it's feeling pretty good. Now, some people are talking about turning. Now, I think we're going to feel that a lot more in Supercross when we got 180s and tight corners, but at least with ruts, it feels pretty good. I'm not really struggling at all. Having to lean forward a little bit, but that's about it. Kind of barking right now. I haven't ridden this track in a while, by the way. Got some E-road left on it, though, so that'll also help with testing. I will say the stock suspension feels pretty stiff. Feels pretty, like, reboundy. It kind of sends you. I'll probably actually work a little better in Supercross, but even stock, the bike is not bad. I mean, you guys are seeing me ride it. It's not bad at all. Feels good in the air. Now, this is only the KTM we're testing. Obviously, we're going to get a lot more bikes, so things are going to feel different on those bikes. I find the KTM, Husky, Gas, all those Austrian bikes to feel fairly similar when you ride them. So it's going to be interesting to see what like the Cowie feels like, or the Yamaha, or the Honda, which was a very good 250 before the big patch in September. But so far, it's not like too different, but it's different to where like I'm not getting the weird front tucks. I'm feeling, so yeah, I could see a little bit more back end slide there as well. which is good. I feel like the mediums, it kind of got to a point where the back end was just, there was so much grip, you know, which was fun. Like, it was satisfying to play, but if we're going for realism, definitely not the best. It kind of takes away the skill gap a bit as well. So feeling a bit more slip in the back end for sure. Even there, like, kind of dragged a little bit and no front tucks or anything like that. Bike feels super stable. I want to test slow physics real quick here. So when you go slow and you just crank a stick a certain way, usually the bike will go all willy-nilly. And, I mean, actually doesn't feel too bad at all. Not crashing. Now, the slow physics stuff's usually like an accidental thing, so I'm trying to... A little bit of weird physics there. It's definitely improved, though. That is not debatable. It definitely feels better. So that's great as well. I mean, that's something that I think everyone's talked about. We absolutely hated the slow physics on these newer bikes, and that's always been a problem in MX bikes, at least as long as I've played. It's just a Poboso issue, man. It's one of those things with how the game works. I don't know the specifics, so I'm not going to act like I do, but it's been a problem, and it feels like it's definitely getting fixed. That's a little bit of a front tuck there. I'll say it's more my fault there, though. I don't know for sure. I don't know. I mean, it took till that point to get that to happen, so. The bikes just feel better. They feel more stable. Doesn't feel like you're fighting them as much. I feel like Beta 18 just made it to where the bikes... You don't have to fight them as much from the Poboso physics. And with the recent update, I feel like they really made a huge step forward with that, and this feels like they've almost completely taken away most of the Poboso physics. Now, they're never going to completely go away, I don't think, unless Poboso does something, but... Little front tuck there, but this is sand, so that's actually... It should happen, to be honest with you. Trying to blow out a sand berm, your front end's gonna get turned down. Alright, let's try to put down a barking lap here. Again, stock setup, by the way. We'll keep barking. I don't know what a good time on here is, but let's see what we can run. How do they whip? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, they whip quite well. So if anyone tells me, hey, OEMs don't turn in the air, just please stop talking. You need to stop talking, because as you just see, that was turned around, ladies and gentlemen. Are you serious right now? I was turned around, okay. Cannot make this up. I don't know how I landed that. I was actually definitely landed to flat a little bit, but we got her done. Dead. Dude, this stock suspension, like, as stiff as it feels, it, like, actually is good. Okay. That's my fault. I want to watch this whip real quick. Alright, boys, here's the whip. Fully turned around, dude. Oh my god. The Schmeez meter on these things, let me tell you something, it's pretty freaking high. Alright, boys, Supercross time. Again, it's completely stock. Both of these Supercross tracks aren't really, like, super whoop heavy, which is a good thing, because I do not think these bikes would do well in the whoops with stock stuff. This is where I think I'm going to struggle. Motocross, I mean, I don't know, I've always kind of just been good at motocross, but this is where I'm really going to feel the difference in the cornering and suspension and whatnot. I don't know if they've really made much changes to that side of things as far as suspension and stuff, but yeah, it's definitely not the greatest in the whoops. But other than that, it feels kind of good. Just need to get a flow going here. Turning is definitely different. I feel more resistance when I turn. That's how I describe it. Doesn't mean it's a bad thing, though. But they have to make moves to counteract these front end issues and these Poboso physics and the slow physics, so Sometimes that can change the way the bike feels when you're going at higher speeds. A little bit sketchy turning there, but again, I'm just not used to it. It's probably wasn't the best track to practice on. This is such steep transitions, so I have to go to the sand one. Okay. Lock the front end up there, that's on me. Definitely a lot more back end slip. Come on, Mike. Triple, triple. Triple out. Oh, wow. Feels like when you mess up, it kinda... the bike kinda gets off kilter and it feels really hard to get it going again. Another front end issue. Just need to put some time into it here. I need to get used to it. Alright, that's good. Oh wow, did not give enough speed there. Definitely think we need a setup for Supercross, for sure. You guys hit him more straight. That's good. Triple in. Quad, maybe. Let's go. Go. Try to quad in. Not a great decision. Front flip. Oh my Johnson. Alright, one more lap. One more lap. There's definitely a different feeling in the corners that you just have to get used to. It's like there's a bit more resistance. But other than that, I don't know if there's, I feel too much of a difference. Definitely feels like the front end is more stable, and I think that could be the reason why it's a little bit harder to turn. But these bikes change so much with setups and stuff, so I'm gonna have to try to mess with that or see if someone else can help me out. Ugh. I freaking OJ'd that. I'd be stretching it too much. Other than that, though, I mean, I don't know. I think the bikes feel great in Supercross. I think Supercross definitely more suspension dependent. Motocross, they felt great. I wasn't getting any weird physics. Front end felt good. There's definitely tweaks need to be made, though, for Supercross and for Motocross as well, obviously. You don't want to run a stock setup, but I know there's going to be new players that don't really know how setups work and stuff like that. And I think they'll probably, you know, those are going to start on Motocross anyway. I think they feel fine. I think they feel a lot better. The slow physics is a huge fix, in my opinion. Especially for newer players, because people are going to be riding slower. And it's pretty just unmotivating or demotivating to get on a game, and you're trying to learn it, and you're just getting these weird physics, and it's like, I don't know what's going on. So I think that's a huge fix, a huge step forward as well. Yeah, now we're going to hop on the 450, try some stuff out, but bike feels good. I think it just takes time to get used to and a setup for Supercross, and I think we'll be dialed, boys. All right, boys, we are now on the KTM 450, which is not a bike I've ridden too much in general, but I have ridden it, so we do have some experience. Just kind of see how it feels. I'm guessing it'll be pretty similar. It's more power. Wow, it feels really good. I've always noticed, now, I don't know if the OEM guys might not be happy I say this, I feel like the OEM team puts a little bit more emphasis on the 450s. Now, I don't know why this is. Maybe they're more 450 guys than 250 riders. I don't know. I've always just kind of noticed this. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just an opinion I have, and I've just noticed. They look at the 450s a bit more, which I think is fine. I think both bikes have issues that can transfer to the other one, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like the 450s are always dialed though. This thing barks. And go over the rut. I mean, I'm leading this thing over pretty dang far, and it ain't tucking. I want to try to get the back end to start slipping so I can feel that. Ruts in every corner. There we go. I got a little slip there. Try to use a little bit more throttle control now. Oh my gosh. We're on mid-softs here, so just the regular mid-soft 80 in the front. I'm pretty sure 120 in the back. Hearing some collision sounds, but I'm not feeling that really affect me. Ooh, a little jig the handlebar there, I think. God, getting freaking schmeezed. So there I felt the turning would be a little bit resisted in that corner. Kind of just felt like I started going straight. Which is really the only complaint I've heard. I think it's just different than the previous bikes in that there's a little bit more resistance in the front end for whatever reason. But I feel like we already kind of had that feeling with the new release anyway, but you just have to give them a chance and you have to ride on them. But once you get used to it, I think we'll be good. I don't know. I'm kind of struggling though. It's not as much with the 250 as it is with the 450. It's like the front end is a little bit harder to turn. The suspension's way better on the 450. Uh-oh. Went over that berm. Went over that one too. It's definitely a bit harder to turn. Is it bad? No, I don't think so. I need to get used to it. I will get used to it before this video ends. Suspension feels really good on the stock. Once you're in the rut and you're leaning forward and you're making it work, it feels good. What was my bad? I always OJ that jump. Outside here. Sand feels really good. Can't wait to try these on Supercross. So this bike, for whatever reason, it feels like it has a lot of grip. It feels about the same as far as grip to the previous bikes. Like there's a little bit of slip there. It feels kind of like the factory tire, and then it like slips. And then but when it slips, it just like goes full, just 0% traction. That's what I'm feeling at least, but it's not slipping as much as I thought it would be. I mean, right there, I'm full throttle, and it doesn't feel like there's much slip. A little bit there. There we go. Surprised how good the suspension is. Oh no. Go outside here, a little more bumps. Oh, slipped into the rut there. There we go. I wish I knew more about how tires work. so I could describe it a little bit better. Just, I don't know. This video's not gonna be long enough for me to give you a full opinion. I'm just kind of speaking on what I'm feeling at the moment. So don't base your thoughts on these bikes off me. You're gonna have to ride them to do that. Oh, let's protect the front there. Yeah, I'm getting slip in the sand, which is good. We want that. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, you know what? No, I like the feeling of this back. I like the feeling of the back tire. On normal dirt, like this is what, soft soil, whatever it's called, it doesn't feel like it's slipping much. And I'm full throttle on this thing, you know what I mean? Which in real life it would definitely be breaking traction. So I don't know, man. I don't know for sure. I know it feels good, like it's not a problem to me, but I know that there's people, if they want it to be more realistic, I still think there's going to be improvement with the tire. Again, I don't know much about how the tires work in this game. I don't know if it's a possibility, if that's, I don't know. I'm an idiot. So that's just what it feels like. It feels like it still has pretty good grip. Feels good in sand though, which is great. It feels like it's slipping a bit more, but not as much as I would have expected it to. At least on the 450. So, I don't know. I mean, the tires are the same on both 250 and 450, so they're probably both not slipping that much. I didn't really talk about that too much on the 250, but that's just what I'm feeling. I mean, the bikes feel good. There's definitely more resistance when turning, but I think when you're fixing slow physics and stuff like that, you might have to make those sacrifices, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's different, and you just got to get used to it. And, you know, just like the recent update we had in September, it's the same thing. You just got to put the time in, change your setup a little bit, and other than that, it feels pretty dang good. So now we're going to go to Supercross. I think I'll just get on this sand soupy track. Whoops, I already know are not going to be fun. Here we go. These are good turns to test on because they're tight. So you get to work with the slow physics and just the front end. General. Okay, I'm feeling a lot more slip in Supercross. That is for sure. Oh yeah, see that? Got the back end going out. Oh, I actually kind of, I like this. Wait, whoa. Whoa. Oh god. We should be really good at these tracks. I don't know what happened. I kind of forgot the scaling. They're pretty small scaled. Realistically scaled. Suspension eats it up. You can still ride them through the whoops. Not that big of a deal. Inside here. I like this, dude. I love the feeling of this bike on Supercross. I'm not feeling much resistance in these turns. Now, these turns are pretty steep. And I'm obviously not going too fast through them. They're different than the Aerial Stone Rider berms. I don't think his berms are as steep. At least in like the new test tracks. Like these berms really hold you, and the bike's feeling really, really good. Oh, look at that. There's the slip. I might have to retract my statement. I mean, at least in motocross, it felt like it was kind of hard, but there was E-road. So there was a bit more hold in some of those corners. There was also just a lot of ruts, but on a track with like flat berms and stuff, it definitely feels like I'm getting more slip. Which is going to add more of a skill gap. It's going to make you have more throttle control. Yeah, I mean, the whoops don't even... Let's just not even talk about those. These whoops are already kind of weird, I feel like, with the game, the way JV made them. You kind of have to just hit them one way. You can't really jump them or anything like that. Man, it just feels so good in the corners, guys. It feels so stable and smooth. It doesn't feel like I'm getting any Poboso at all. Which I absolutely love. And we all should love that because Poboso physics suck. This is very fun. Like this a lot. Oh no, I'm mid. Let's do one more lap here. Keep testing the tires. There we go. Okay, yeah, no. The thing with this is, like, it's not slipping as much as I was saying it was earlier. It actually feels like it's more gradual, and it's not 100% grip to 0%. It actually feels controllable. My throttle control is just mid. I need to be a little bit more lighter. These turns are also kind of hard to show it off on because they're so tiny and tight. But it's definitely there, you can see. Which is good. You shouldn't be able to just drive out of a corner and just get 100% grip. Anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just speaking my mind, alright? That's what I do, alright, here. I'm not, no biasy, nothing. I'm just telling you what I feel. Compared to the bikes we have right now, I think these bikes feel 100% feel better. I think they're just a little bit different. You gotta get used to it, but I love how they feel in the corners. Slow physics definitely fixed a bit. Hill physics didn't really test in this video, but I'm guessing they're a bit better. The front end's a little bit more stable. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what your guys' opinions are in the comments. You guys have tried them out. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.